There's not much you can say. I mean, they just kicked our butt. They're a very, very good team. We got home about 2:00 Wednesday morning from Iowa State at 2 a.m. And, by the time I got to bed, I couldn't fall asleep. And I started watching film and I texted our coaches. I said, they're scary good. I said, I'm awake and it's almost a nightmare. And I knew it would not be easy. Obviously, we had to have a special effort. Some things go our way. They beat you in so many ways. Obviously, their guard play is exceptional. Teague had not been shooting the ball that well. And then he steps up and makes shots. Jared Butler, who, I love, he tried out for USA basketball. I got to know him really well. 13 assists. And then Davion Mitchell, just as elite defender, their physicality. And then I was just telling radio people, they beat you in all aspects of it. The only thing we beat them on when we got the ball out of bounds, they're out of bounds underneath defense, was about the only thing that we really took advantage of, and that allowed Antonio to get some little hoops, and Selton got a lob dunk off it. So, but they beat you in special teams, the rebounding. They beat you on free throw blockout. They beat you in so many ways. And it's all we can do is learn from it. We beat those guys 6 in a row at one time. Now they got us 3 in a row. They're older. They understand their physicality. They really know their roles. They're unselfish. They make the extra pass. They do what their coach asks, and they're special. I had a special team at Illinois. They're comparable. Obviously, Darren Williams, some of those guys ended up being longtime NBA players. We'll see about their future, but it's a special elite team.
Thank you, Coach. First question to Michael Goins.
Yeah, Bruce, is this just kind of a as advertised team that you guys went up against today?
Yeah. I mean, again, I knew they were good. I told the guys at halftime, I knew they were good, but I didn't know they're that good. And to me, again, their passing, their physicality, they disrupt you. Scott's done a nice job. He's taken a little bit of some different, everybody, Texas Tech, icing the ball screens, their physical play, pushing it to the baseline. That puts you in a bind. They switch a lot like Oklahoma does. And then they got the rebounding in West Virginia where they just crash the glass. They dare you to, can you box me out? We kind of joked on the bench. I thought on free throws they were maybe missing on purpose because they thought they had a chance to go get the rebound. And so it's they're good. There's no doubt. I told guys, learn from it. Not, I needed, it hurt us, and I'm not saying it'd be a big difference, but it hurt us to have Nigel get 2 quick ones. Because if you look at the plus minus, he's -7. He maybe gives us a little better chance. 5 assists. And then Mike McGurl needed to be better from the get-go. He was our older guy. He's been through it. He's played these guys. And, he just didn't get us going like we needed to. He's been so good for us the last 2 games with his assist turnovers and just making the right plays. And, it's a tough game. Learn from it. The most important thing now is 1:00 on Monday. If we've made progress on it as a team, it will show up on Monday at 1:00, and then we'll know what we're really about.
And was their pick and roll game as powerful from a team as you've seen in quite a while?
Jonathan, gosh, he just runs to that hoop, and he can. But they got to deliver the passes, and they got to want to make the passes. Our coverage wasn't what we had hoped, to be honest. But they're so smart that when you help one way, then they make the next pass, and they read it. They read it so many different ways. And I thought we had a handful of really good possessions where we played good defense, but they just find a way to keep making the next play, next pass. And that's how good they are. I thought early the little things really hurt us, our discipline, flying by shot fakes, not boxing out on the free throws, not getting some loose ball rebounds. If you do a few of those things, maybe the games, they don't get in that free spirit mode and get going in that heat check. And now you make it a little tighter, but we didn't do those. And, you can explain to the guys how good they are, but until they go against them, then they really find out.
Thank you, Bruce.
Next question to Kellis Robinette.
You said you hope they learn from this game. What are one or two things you hope they do actually learn when they come back to the court on Monday?
How hard they play, how well they play together, how they execute, how they accept their roles. And one game it's one guy, it's T going. The next game it's Butler going. They make passes to their big guys. They got Mayer coming off the bench. He can play for anybody. All the things you want from a team they have. And so it's again, we have a lot of young guys. Those guys a lot of them transferred, sat out, and they develop their game, develop their strength, learn the game, and that's what you got to have. This is our year to learn and grow as a team. I'll be honest, I wish I had given them better answers to maybe how we could go against their defense. But at the same time, we gave them some things and we just didn't execute them. So just learn from that also.
And I know it comes in a defeat, so maybe you can't take a whole lot from it, but is this something that Antonio can build on, you think?
Well, I hope so. Again, the one thing I said we scored on was out of bounce plays, and Tone got maybe 3 out of that. He made a couple shots. He got a 3, goes 9 for 9, 23 points. I thought he was active on the boards. But like a lot of our guys, he's got to get better. They got to get better on defense. And some of it's schemes and knowing where to be, but some of it's just, I got to contain the dribble. And it's something we've worked on, for the last few weeks, very, very hard. But you went against an elite group with a lot of guys that can make plays. And so I'm happy for Tone and hope he can continue to use this and get better. But we all got to get better at the other parts of the game. They scored 100. We scored 70. That's we're normally in a Big 12 game, if you score 70 or 69, whatever it is, you got a chance to win. But we got to stop people.
All right. Thanks, Bruce. I will say I think your coaching staff won the dressing game today, at least. The pullovers look good.
Nice lavenders, yes.
Next question to Grant Flanders.
Hey, Coach. I see Luke out here drilling threes. I'm just wondering if you have an update on his timeline.
Well, I asked Luke Saber, our trainer, this morning. I would say we're hoping when he gets back from Christmas, he can get back involved in practice, real practice, where there's, he's gone from, running in the pool to, running on the court to doing some shooting to jumping a little bit. Now it's individual workouts coming up, and then hopefully getting in practice, when we get back from Christmas. And then, then it's just how does he adjust to it? When you don't play basketball for 4 months, you don't want to force the issue.
And then also I just want to ask about Casey and Monty as well, and if you have updates on their progress.
Yeah, I think Casey's made good progress. I would, I guess my dream or wish would be when conference starts again after Christmas, but we just got to wait and see on both of them.
Thank you, Coach.
Anything else for Coach Weber before we let him go? Oh, Ryan Gilbert for the next question.
Hey, Coach, how much does a loss like this kind of let your young guys realize what the standard is to be elite in the Big 12?
It's exactly what I talked about after the game. This is what, this is a special team, and they're older. They understand how to play. They play the right way. They play hard. They defend. They do a lot of good things. And this, this is a learning lesson. Hey, they kicked our butt. Get up tomorrow. Get ready for Jacksonville. Learn from it, and hope we keep making progress. That's the most important thing. The process, the challenge of of continuing to push herself, getting better. These guys were nowhere near what they are now. Jared Butler, no way he's getting 13 assists when he's a freshman. But now just a great feel, understanding, great pace. One of the things beside playing strong, I wrote on the board, which was they just play so physical. I wrote, we got to play with a consistent pace. And I knew if they got us into a hectic pace and getting us doing things that we don't normally do, we would struggle. And I think that was a big thing that we had to learn from them. Hey, their physicality, you got to deal with it. Then they're going to give you something because they overdo stuff. Now, if you read what they overdo, now you get some easy opportunities. But it's easier said than done, especially when they're coming at you. Learn from it, grow from it. Hope we can get to that point here in the future.